Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were shut yesterday and European markets were marginally up, no major developments as such. And when we look at the Asian markets, most of them are trading soft to the tune of about 0.25% as we have a Bank of Japan meeting lined up, and where the expectations are that we are going to have an inflation target of about 2%. And also the asset purchase program, the amount that is being looked at is about 10 trillion yen, which is about 120 odd billion dollars. Since we have already seen the Japanese markets run up by more than 20% in the last about 3 months, the market may remain a little cautious, and even if the Bank of Japan delivers these expectations, then there may not be a big spike. That's what the general feel is in the market. And talking about the flows, friends, we continue to see the same trend. The FIs were net buyers in the cash market to the tune of about 843 crore. However, the domestic institutions had sold to the tune of almost about 885 odd crore. And for the past few days, the selling by the domestic institutions has intensified. And when we look at our markets at the index level, the market is doing well. We are at 2-year high and Nifty is close to about 6100 levels. But what is concerning is the fact that the action is concentrated to few index heavyweight stocks like Reliance, ONGC, Infosys, and few other stocks. But the broader participation is clearly missing, which is a matter of concern, particularly from a technical analysis point of view. So this is something that we will be watching out for. Also the fact that we have about 7 to 8 sessions for the expiry. Looking at the kind of built up that we have, it remains to be seen where the Nifty could end this expiry, as we've seen a very good strength coming in. Also the results which are coming out have been by and large good. We are not seeing any major negative surprises. So on that note, let me invite Shaival to take us through important F&O cues, ideas and strategies that we could have in the F&O markets.
Good morning friends. We've seen that the market has finally cased the mark of 6,100 in yesterday's trade, but it was unable to sustain above that, and it has closed marginally below that. But what we have seen is that the PCR ratio continues to have an uptick and it's at 1.17. But yes, the markets have not been able to get up the momentum, maybe because it's awaiting the important event that is on 29th of January from the RBI. It would be closely watching what would be the step from the RBI. During that course of time, what we have seen is that in yesterday's trade, some long positions have been accumulated in the market, but the implied volatility continues to stay in a sticky range. Now, talking about the strikes, we have been seeing that it has been widespread, as there is no major up move or down move in the market. Market has been consolidating in a range, and due to which we have seen that the activity has narrowed down to 6,100 as well as 6,100 call as well as put options. So now, yes, we have been able to surpass that, but we need to convincingly surpass 6,100 mark. We feel that the momentum in the market would continue, and 6,150 can be seen in the market. 6050, which is the weekly VWAP on closing basis, would act as a good support for the market, and as we have been trading about this, a bias for the market is positive. Talking about the stocks, we have identified 3 stocks from the intraday perspective on derivative ratings. We have rated Adani Enterprises with 4 stars, and one can go along with stop loss of 271 rupees 80 paisa. Chambal Fertilizer is also looking good. We have given 4-star rating to it, and one can maintain a stop loss of 69 rupees 90 paisa, whereas Shriram Transport Finance is looking bit weak, so one can go short on that with a stop loss of 772 rupees 55 paisa. Thank you.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. Moody's has downgraded the country's banking system due to the poor asset quality and the high interest rates prevailing in the country. This is sentimentally negative for the Indian banking industry, particularly the PSU banking space. However, as we are going to have a credit policy meet on 29th of January, any weakness that we may see in the banking stocks could be used as an opportunity to accumulate, particularly the important level of about 12,600 for the bank Nifty is crucial. So somewhere around close to that level, one can actually go long on the bank Nifty. Kane India came out with excellent set of numbers, and the numbers beat the expectations as against expectation of about 2788 crore. the company reported a profit of about 3,345 crore. Also, in terms of the output for the whole year, on an average, they reported a 21% growth, which is quite positive. So one can go long on Kane India with a stop loss of 333 and a target of about 350 to about 357. Today, HUL and Dish TV both are going to be announcing the numbers. HUL, we are looking at a top line growth of about 15% and a similar growth in the bottom line at about 883 crore. One will have to see the impact on the margins because they have taken price hike this quarter across various categories. Also, Dish TV will report a loss of about 17.6 crore. But what is more important for Dish TV is the fact that the rollout of the guideline for the implementation of digitization is very crucial, and that's quite positive for Dish TV. So watch out for some action in these two counters today. Reliance is planning an investment of about $2 billion in Venezuelan oil field. Also, there are indications from the oil minister Virappa Moili that the ministry wants to have a direct negotiation with Reliance on the contentious issue of the gas production as well as the pricing of the gas, which has been moving around for about more than 1 year now. So this is definitely positive for Reliance Industries, and the company also came out with excellent set of numbers in recent quarter. So one can go long on Reliance with a stop loss of 901 and a target of about 948 to about 965. Government has decided to reallocate the captive coal blocks that were taken away from NTPC. The company came out with numbers. The numbers were more or less in line with expectations, but a marginal dip at the net profit level versus the expectations. Overall, positive for NTPC. One can go long with a stop loss of 159 and a target of about 167 to about 170. ITC is looking at investing about 1,000 crore in food and consumer goods sector over the next few years, which is positive for ITC. One can go long with a stop loss of 286 and a target of about 301 to about 306. Arcom was a major mover in yesterday's trade. Stock was up almost about 6% as the company is negotiating with the Reliance Industries for offering its tower and other infrastructure to Reliance Industries for the launch of its 4G services on a pan-India basis. This is a big positive for Arcom if it happens. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 87 and a target of about 92 to about 93. Some negative development for Titan Industries that the government has increased the import duty on gold and platinum from 4 to 6%. This would make the import much more dearer for the importers. So one can go short on Titan with a stop loss of about 282 and a target of about 268 to about 262. And Tata Power, some negative news as MERC or Maharashtra Electricity Regulation Commission has issued a notice to Tata Power for non-compliance of the USO, and also the migration of the consumers who consume up to 300 of units of electricity. So this is a bit negative for Tata Power. So one can short with a stop loss of 111 and a target of about 106 to about 103. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a nice trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.